recorded. Sorry, I remember, hi everybody, sorry, we started talking about Gorbachev, I'm sorry. So I remember these school gatherings when we were sitting and seriously talking if Reagan was going to press the button to start some nuclear explosion. I remember this. And when Gorbachev came and he started shaking hands with world leaders, when he started, you remember this, when he made friends with Margaret Thatcher, for example, it was like something unpredictable and unexpected. So he did a lot of mistakes. Of course, we should understand he was not the only one. There was a huge system around him, but he started the process of liberation.
Yes.
For me, it's 100% like that. Some people were not ready. If we look at Russia now, you understand what percentage of people was not ready. Yeah. If we look at some collaborators who help Russians here on the territory of Ukraine, yeah, you understand that people were not ready. But for us, it was like something unbelievable. So I want to send you a little post, just a post on Instagram. I decided to be short here. I will share a screen for your convenience. Just a sec. Yeah. Okay. So let's try to translate it and let's try to read it because it's a nice text, very nice in English. Okay. So let's read together. The world
has lost a towering
global leader,
committed
multilateralist, вот так как прямо читается, multilateralist,
and
tireless advocate for peace.
Advocate for peace, tireless. Давайте переведем это.
Мир потерял towering.
Это как башня?
Towering.
Мощную,
да, такую, да, мощную, возвышающую, великую, скажем, даже. И это BBC пишет, да, мир потерял великого мирового лидера. Что такое committed? I don't know, I'm a committed psychologist. Some people are committed globally. Some people are committed. When my husband put a ring on my finger, it meant his commitment to me. Как бы, как это, приверженность. Полная отдача, да, то есть committed, multilateralist – это человек, который верит в международные отношения, в глобальность, в отношения между странами. То есть committed multilateralist – это значит, что человек полностью помешанный, да, абсолютный приверженец дружбы и тесного взаимодействия между странами, because if you remember those times, there was almost no commitment or no connection between Soviet Union, for example, and Western bloc. И tireless advocate for peace, tireless.
Неутомимый.
Нет, advocate это не борец за что-то. Это вот ложные друзья переводчиков, да, ты говоришь слово advocate, это не адвокат. Так, то есть без неутомимого борца за мир. Так, дальше читаем.
That's how United Nations Secretary General Guterres has described
Mikhail Gorbachev.
Last leader of the Soviet Union who has died aged 91.
Age 91. I read somewhere age 92. То есть that's how.
Поэтому.
Вот как. That is how. Вот как. А теперь смотрите. United Nations Secretary General Антонио Гутьеррес. Это все одно, да, один subject, одно подлежащее. Вот как А теперь,
Антонио Гутиеррес.
да, начинаем с
Генеральный
конца.
секретарь Объединенных Наций Антонио
Да,
Гутерриш
Генсеку.
описал Михаила
Секунду.
Горбачева,
Последнего ли,
последнего
понятно.
лидера Советского Союза. Кто?
А почему который? А почему здесь has died, а не просто died?
Потому что он вот сейчас.
Вот, да, то есть вот сейчас у меня результат, такой себе результат, ну, по крайней мере, событие, вот оно. Так, дальше. Mr. Gorbachev.
Who took power in 1985.
Стоп. А давайте-ка, пожалуйста, как-то, чтобы это BBC было, а не вот это Darling, how are you? I have been living for 20 years in London and I have perfect English, да? Давайте не будем вот так вот. Давайте. Mr. Gorbachev, who took power, давайте. Mr. Gorbachev, who took power
Mr. Gorbachev, who took power in 1985, opened up the Soviet Union to the world and introduced a set of reforms helped to bring the Cold War to a peaceful end.
Итак, мистер Горбачев, который took power,
Пришел к власти,
пришел к власти в 1985 году, открыл, понятно,
открыл
миру,
двери Советского Союза
and
миру
introduced a set of reforms, introduced a set of...
Внедрил реформы
Да, внедрил
внутри
реформы
Союза.
внутри Союза, и очень важно, helping bring the Cold War to a peaceful end.
И помог
Помогая
привести холодную войну к
мирному
Окончанию.
завершению.
Смотрите, как тут важно, сколько свомптов в этом предложении, вот этом именно Mr. Gorbachev, who took power, сколько здесь свомптов и где они?
Who took,
это один свомп, да, who took, кого что, power, когда в 1985. Еще свомпты есть?
Open the world.
Подождите, а где subject?
Mr. Gorbachev, open the world.
No, where is the subject? I need the subject.
Горбачев.
Мистер Горбачев.
Михаил Сергеевич, как некоторые тут уже намекают. Mr. Gorbachev, who took power in 1985, вот это subject, потому что это все отвечает на вопрос «кто?». А внутри этого subject есть еще один swamp. И получается как бы свомпте. О, как раз Алексей подсоединился, и сейчас Алексей как раз скажет, как называется, когда у нас свомпт внутри другого свомпта. Алексей еще не сориентировался.
Еще не чую это.
Да, не чую. Называется это...
Embedded sentence.
Молодец, Жень. Embedded sentence. Предложение в кроватке другого предложения. То есть не просто свомпт, запятая, и следующий свомпт, а тут получается один свомпт. Ангелина, вы помните, что такое свомпт? Я не помню, вы уже учились, когда еще учились, я уже рассказывала про свомпт.
Вроде да.
Subject, verb, object, manner, place и time. Конструкция, да, предложения. Так вот, у нас иногда бывает, что в сабжекте внутри кроется еще один, например, свомпт. Или внутри объекта, например, she gave me a ring that was, или that belonged to his grandmother. He gave me a ring that belonged to his grandmother. То есть she gave me, кого что? A ring that belonged to her grandmother. При этом тут тоже идет внутри этого swamp. That belonged. Да? То есть получается первый тут swamp. Mr. Gorbachev, who took power in 1985. И глагол opened up Soviet Union. Все. Тут нет больше в этом свомпте глаголов случайно, намекаю вам я.
Introduced.
And, да, introduced, то есть he opened, introduced a set of reforms. А второй свомп здесь who took power. Да, who took power. А есть ли здесь третий свомп? Вот здесь helping bring the Cold War to a peaceful end.
Нет, это не свомп.
Почему это не свомп?
Потому что helping — это причастный оборот.
Because it's the fourth form, причастный, да. It's the fourth form It's the fourth form, and we remember that swamped is only first and second form. No, V, it's only first and second form. Отлично. Так, but he was unable to prevent the slow collapse of the Soviet Union, from which modern Russia emerged. Хорошее предложение, давайте его красиво переведем. But he was unable to prevent.
Он не способен предотвратить медленный коллапс
Медленный коллапс Советского Союза, из которого
современная Россия
emerge, возникла, появилась. Почему мы называем emergency, ЧП, ситуацию, да? Как пишут, in case of emergency, break the glass, к примеру, да? В случае там, что это значит emergency ситуация, которая вот emerged перед нашими глазами, то есть вот она только выплыла, ее не было, и вот она появилась, emergency. То есть он не смог предотвратить, а тут один свом, два свом-то сколько здесь?
Unable to prevent.
He was
Unable, да, ну he was, да, unable to prevent. Все.
And Russia emerged.
Modern
Russia.
Russia.
Буду занудой, сделаю. Поправлю очки и скажу modern Russia. Минуточку. Так, world leaders have described Gorbachev as a courageous reformer who changed the course of history, да? То есть мировые лидеры что?
Реформатора,
который изменил курс истории, совершенно верно. However, many Russians never forgave their former leader for the turmoil that followed the collapse of the USSR.
Тем не менее, много русских никогда не простят ему
Turmoil.
Так и не простили.
Да, так и не простили, да, так и не смогли ему никогда простить. Что такое turmoil? Кипящее масло, по сути, хаос, беспорядок, беда, смута, сложные времена, кризис какой-то, да, turmoil. То есть запомните от слова oil, да, это слово.
Сумасшедшие 90-е, в общем.
Да, по сути, да. А что это такое красивое? Tap the link in our bio to read about his life and legacy.
We don't see the last sentence.
You don't see the last. Okay, tap the link in our bio.
Кликните, перейдите
To read about his life and legacy, да. Legacy. Да, я хочу слово legacy от вас услышать. Ну.
Наследие.
Наследие, да, наследие. So, you see, even now, if I open my Facebook and try to read through comments, and there are quite a lot of comments because I posted it only in the morning, or yesterday in the night time, and I already got quite many comments, and a lot of comments are very, very different, a lot of comments, and some of the comments are great, really great, and I would like to share these comments. I would like to show you the comments. Of course, the comments are in Russian or in Ukrainian language. So let's read them and translate them to English. And then we will, of course, discuss which comment you support, which comment you don't support, okay? So this is my first comment. Just a sec. Sorry. So many things. Это мой избранный. Just a sec. Yeah, the last one. I want you to read the last one, the last comment. Конечно, фигура неоднозначная, но помните, как там в «Пролетая над гнездом кукушки» он хотя бы попробовал. Вы помните, да, этот знаменитый там фильм с Джеком Николсоном, да? Не знаю, молодая молодежь. Do you know this film? about a model of the totalitarian country. Oh, hi, Anna. Very nice to see you. Hi, Anna. Алексей, как всегда, куда-то падает, проваливается. Звуки у вас, Алексей, всегда самые изысканные. Okay, so we are translating, and I didn't know when you, joined us, but we are discussing the figure of Mikhail Gorbachev, of course. These are the comments under my post about him. And I just want you to translate them. So, young people, if you don't know about the... Как, кстати, по-английски «пролетая над гнездом кукушки»? Кто-то знает?
Flying on the nest of...
Там по-русски один полет. One flew over the cuckoo's nest. Why cuckoos? Because cuckoo in English is crazy. Yeah. So it's a fantastic book by I lost it, sorry. It's a fantastic book and a great film with Jack Nicholson about ill people in the lunatic asylum. Lunatic asylum. Asylum пишется, lunatic asylum это сумасшедший дом. Asylum это прибежище, пристанище. So this is the story about who have a tyrant in the face of their nurse. And the whole system doesn't believe them, doesn't support them. And it's like a copy of a totalitarian regime inside one hospital. It's a very powerful book, much more even powerful than the film with Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson is the person who is trying to protest. She leaves them without food. She pressurizes that she's terrible. Nurse, забыла сестра, как-то там. And he tries, and in the end, he has lobotomy. Да, ему делают в конце лоботомию. Это когда человек становится просто пускающим слюнки и больше ни на что не способным человеком. Проводят ему операцию на мозге. И кто-то про него говорит из его там друг, он хотя бы попробовал. So let's try to translate this one.
Of course, the figure is controversial.
Yes,
but,
he was a very controversial figure, but
as you remember, maybe, how there
one flew
on the cuckoo's nest, he at least tried.
He at least tried. He at least tried. Или he tried at least. I don't remember if it is correct. So let's translate this one. Отличный фильм, репортаж о Горбачеве вышел на канале «Новое время». Где-то в марте.
Perfect film.
The best episode.
Нет, я бы с другого начала.
Excellent. The film is excellent.
Нет, я бы начала по грамматику другую бы поставила. Как вы скажете, вышел фильм?
There is.
Вот, there was. The film was released. Или there was a great film about Gorbachev, on the New Time channel in March. Советую всем посмотреть.
Highly recommend.
Это прямо по-русски, так I advise everybody to watch it.
I would recommend everybody.
Highly recommended.
Highly recommended.
It is highly recommended to watch. Или оно достойно просмотра. It is
worth to see.
Worth seeing или worth watching. It is worth seeing. It is worth. Помните, да? Worth. It's worth seeing. I highly recommend you to watch it. Хотя бы, да? Делайте это красиво. Я, например, только попробуйте сказать for example. Я, например, не знала.
As for me.
As for me, еще как сказать. Вот я, например.
Personally,
I. Еще. Смотрите, какие хорошие.
For instance.
Еще раз про палету.
For instance.
Да. I, for instance, да, didn't know anything или hadn't known до фильма, да, она не знала. Или можно сказать I, for one, да, I, for one, hadn't known about, I hadn't known that, что отец Раисы и Михаила пострадали от советской войны.
Fathers,
I, for
Raisa
one.
and Mikhail fathers suffered
Raisa
from Soviet.
Так, а красивее сказать, чуть больше по-английски, не дословно, а передать смысл предложения по-английски.
That Raisa's
Had
mother
been hurt by Soviet
Have been
power.
heard, только, да, have been heard by Soviet power. Еще, мы уже сегодня это слово употребляли в ходе наших урока одного. Were victims или fell victims, пали жертвами. I hadn't known that their fathers fell victims to Soviet power.
Режим.
Soviet regime еще лучше. И оба имели украинские корни, да, корни.
And both of them had Ukrainian roots.
Roots, да. Но он продукт системы, это точно.
But he is definitely the product,
The result of the system.
The result of the system, the product of his time, of his system, да? Или he was born by his system, or he is the embodiment of the system. Воплощение, помните? Okay, next one, I like this one. Я не ідеалізую, він частина моєї історії також, да? So I
Don't
realize.
idolize him.
А как сказать, не просто I don't idolize him, а чуть красивее это предложение поставить. Не I don't idolize, а чуть мягче глагол.
I'm not idealizing.
He is not my hero.
He's not my hero, he's not my idol. Yeah? Или I can't idolize him, or I don't want to idolize him. Чуть смягчить красивее, да, очень грубо получается. So he's not my idol, he is not my hero, he is
A part of my history.
І моєї історії, і моєї, тобто також, да, він частина і моєї історії.
He's part of my history either.
as well.
He is the part of my history either, или he is also the part of my history, или, я бы сказала это чуть красивее. He is
another part of my history.
He is, sorry, не услышала.
He is another part of my history.
Я бы сказала, смотри, я бы сказала так, he is indivisible from my history, сказала бы я. He is inseparable from my history, сказала бы я, да. He takes a big part, he plays a big part in my history. So he's another part of my history. То есть he's integrated into my history also, или he's also integrated into my history. Понимаете, почему переводить с русского или с украинского на английский стоит $5 А4, с английского на русский, а с русского на английский $15 за листочек, да? Потому что дословный перевод не работает, Работает в данном случае насмотренность, наслушанность, начитанность. Почему я вас все время толкаю, смотрите что-то, читайте что-то на английском языке. Ваши глаза, ваши уши будут конструкциями запоминать. Да? Вот he is integrated into my history. Красивее. Просто he is the part of my history. Окей. Так, і він особистість зі своїми гріхами.
And he is a personality with his own sins.
He is a personality with his
own
sins.
With his own
Sins.
Yeah, with his own sins. Okay, next one. Okay, sorry. Ой. Вот я вам. Тут есть несколько. Вот так вот подряд. Sorry. Forgot to send. Okay, this one. Let's start with the one at the bottom. И я ему благодарна за то же самое, за ощущение свободы.
And I'm grateful to him for the same.
Опять пошел русский. Пошел. For the same. For the same. Можно просто сказать, I am also grateful to him for
For the same reason.
The feel of freedom.
Да, или I have similar feelings to him. Yeah, I am grateful for my freedom. Так, или как ощущение свободы.
The feeling of freedom.
Vibe.
Кроме
Freedom
feelings.
vibes.
Freedom vibes. Да, vibe свободы, это смешно. Да, это как раз про Горбачева и перестройку. Sense of freedom.
Sense.
Sense of freedom. Итак, это очень трудная штука свободы. Свобода, мы прямо сейчас это видим.
Yeah.
There is very difficult.
thing.
А если начать со свободы?
The freedom is very difficult things.
Вот не difficult, понимаете, она не difficult, вы не разбираете, не собираете. Только без the, потому что ее потрогать нельзя, а значит артикля the у нее быть не может, да, как у воды там и так далее. Итак, freedom is a complicated thing. Freedom is a complicated thing. Как мы прямо сейчас это видим?
As we
we just now see.
As we can see right now, as we can see right now лучше, да, да, just now это вот только прямо сейчас на глазах было, но без нее никак. Freedom is a complicated thing, but очень, видите, в этом и прикол. Вот такие простые предложения, опять же, еще раз процитирую Женю Галкина, который в очередной раз, да, говорит, если вы думаете, что вы можете сдать экзамен IELTS, то скажите, как на английском карниз. Да? То есть вот такие простые базовые фразы, но без нее никак. Пожалуйста, я вам сейчас дам past perfect переводить, вы справитесь. А вот такое вот. But we
cannot live without it.
Да, или we cannot do without it. We can't do without it. We can't live without it. Absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Давайте верхнее. Не того в группу положат. Ой, не того. Ой, не того. Ну а что? Может, вам и такое придется когда-нибудь говорить, писать? Что? Вот вам такой разговорный английский. Давайте. Не того в гроб положат. Начните с wrong.
It's not the person who should have been in the tomb.
Tomb, прям гробница.
Buried.
Coffin grove.
Yeah, it's a wrong person to be, потому что should have been, его еще не похороны только были, да. To be, просто to be put into the coffin или to be buried. It's a wrong person to be buried. It's a wrong person to be buried. To be buried, да? А вот это вот, ой, не того. He's a wrong person to be buried, comma.
Clearly.
At all.
Completely.
Wrong. Absolutely wrong. Totally wrong. Чтобы они там все развалились в своем совке. И проволокой колючей обмотались.
I wish.
Умница, I wish. Давайте, не знаю, как это.
Could be destroyed.
Нет,
All of them.
Ну,
Take apart.
Нет, destroy – это мы их разрушим, а это она им желает самим развалиться.
Something that apart.
А вы знаете такой глагол, как decay?
Это упадок.
Да, разлагаться, гнить, выпадать в осадок, быть в упадке.
Very good verb.
Very good word, very, very small, but so many senses, right? So I wish they, то есть смотрите, когда вы говорите I wish them to decay, вы говорите, я желаю, чтобы, им как бы, да, чтобы, я желаю им там гнить. А это я желаю, чтобы они.
But is
I
this
wish they.
Пусть, I wish they decayed, умница. I wish they decayed или let them decay. Да пусть уже. Let them decay.
Let them decay.
Это не то,
Это более что-то мы
как
желаем
желаю им, да?
хорошего, да, что-то хорошего мы желаем. May you have a lot of health, там, may you be healthy advice, да? Итак, let them decay in their...
Совок, а так и будет.
Никак, Soviet Union, да, мы не можем, bloody Soviet Union можем, да, добавить для того, чтобы подчеркнуть. And
Wrapped with
and
А как
wrap
колючий?
themselves in electric wire. In
Electric.
Да, electric wire. Она называется electric wire. Okay, so you see, you need a lot of brain work to translate the basic sentences of just spoken language. This is why again and again, time and again, this is time. Вы читали книжку Time and Again?
Время и снова время?
Да, время и снова время. Time and time again она называется. Просто у нас ее перевели плохо, потому что там как бы девушка являла разные части себя, скажем так, миру, ну, грубо говоря, назовем это так, да, и снова. Фраза time and time again переводится как опять и опять. Да сколько ж можно, но уже нет сил, достало. Time and time again. А у нас ее перевели как время и снова время. But actually this book, as one of my students told me, this is a fantastic demonstration of drama triangle, of Karpman's triangle. This book is fantastic demonstration of drama triangle because she was a traditional aggressor, because she was changing her style of life all the time. And this guy was a typical rescuer. Sometimes they were changing roles. He was her victim. You know, it's really very, very good book. Time and time again, I think it got a lot of literature prizes. If I'm not mistaken, just Google it. So time and time again, I will tell you, or I am telling you, time and time again, that it's crucial to read. Вот те, кто сдавали типа там IELTS, например, они знают, что нельзя во время спикинга или райтинга сказать very important. Если у слова important есть синоним более красивый, который можно использовать без very. Вы не можете сказать very interesting, вы должны сказать
fascinating?
Fascinating. Видите, человек сдавал. Вот человек разбирается. Вы не можете сказать, там, например,
Very big.
какой? Very big.
Very big.
Когда есть enormous, например, да? Вы не можете сказать very funny, когда есть hilarious. То есть, опять же, да, экзамен – это про условности по определенные правила сдачи экзамена. Так вот,
А еще, если кто-то будет сдавать, то сдавайте где-нибудь вот в наших странах, потому что у нас это стоит $150, а здесь это стоит $450.
Отгадано. Да, но подожди, не ты ли нам в прошлом году до всех начал заварушек, не ты ли рассказывал, что надо ехать в Германию сдавать, потому что лояльнее относятся?
А там 200, нормально, можно сдать, сдавайте в Европе.
А, в Европе, типа, не, ну, кто там в тебе в Канаду, пока мы доедем к тебе в Канаду, уж тут сдадим. Okay, so my dear friends, time and time again, I'm telling you, read not classic books, no Pride and Prejudice, please. No Sherlock Holmes, please. Read something very, very modern with very traditional and basic communication. Watch series like Friends, like How I Met Your Mom, Big Bang Theory. No, don't watch Big Bang Theory, too many specific lexes. But anyway, watch Friends, yeah. Watch something. Yeah. You want to say something? Do come on.
No, I'm just like we It replaced my yes.
Oui, oui.
Automatically.
Tu es canadien, да, ты у нас канадец. Okay, so we, my dear friends. So I'm telling you, this is really, it's funny, but it's really important. Stop reading classics, stop watching classics, read and listen to something practical, the dialogues that you can use in everyday speech. So Friends is bingo. Friends is just what you need. Quick, great dialogues between friends, easy, very nice, light-hearted English, такой английский с легким сердцем. And traditional situations. You agree, you disagree, you argue with somebody, you want to support. Так, вы со мной?
Да, мы вас слышим, но
Yeah.
слышим нормально.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Я сама у себя зависла. А вы у меня двигаетесь, а я у себя зависла. Sorry. Все, что придется идти на выселки, да, сейчас?
Нет, ну мы вас слышали.
Okay. So, my dear friends, I really understand that Mikhail Gorbachev is a very, еще раз, controversial figure. It's a very controversial figure. But even young people like, I don't know, Irina, for example, or Ksenia, such young people, you should always understand and be grateful that this person actually started the process. He didn't even want to start it. He wanted to make like Soviet Union with human face, as what he said, да? Советский Союз с человеческим лицом. He wanted to go a little bit away from planned economy to marketing economy. But this is the problem of all totalitarian countries. If it is not controlled, it immediately separates and collapses and falls down. So Putin knows it. He knows that the moment he stops arresting different people, yeah, yesterday they arrested Christina Asmus.
Really?
Really, because she said, she wrote on her Instagram, "No to war." 6 months later, Christina Asmus decided to write "No to war." But anyway, she was arrested. But for now, it's only administrative protocol for now. But he knows that the moment he lets Christina Asmus write these words without any punishment, it will be like a snowfall. Yeah. And кто помнит, как красивое слово, молчи, это французское слово, лавина, лавина, как будет, кто-то помнит, как будет лавина, очень люблю это слово. Avalanche, avalanche, очень красивое слово, avalanche, я его очень люблю. So it's like this was the problem with Gorbachev and Soviet Union. He tried to give a little bit of freedom, just tiny little bit of freedom, and that's it. He couldn't hold it back. He tried to, but he understood that it was like rolling and rolling down. So a few words. Rolling in the deep. Подожди, rolling in the deep, там какой-то другой перевод, там какая-то же идиома rolling in the deep, а я не помню, что это.
They were falling deep into relationships. They could have it all. They could have had it all rolling in the deep.
Там есть какая-то идиома, ладно. Okay, so I think Mikhail Gorbachev deserves your speech. I will give you some time to speak in pairs and just to discuss your memories about him, your opinion about him. Maybe you have some questions about him, something, because he was a controversial figure, but he was the person who is remembered by every newspaper in Europe and in America. And you know, and he's remembered with respect. He's remembered with respect. That's like, I don't know, glasnost, perestroika. These are the words that everybody knows. Okay, so I want to discuss something. I want to talk about something. I want to stay on the topic of Mikhail Gorbachev for a couple of more minutes, and I want to connect it with the next topic, okay? I will ask Alexei, I will ask Tatiana, Elena, the people who remember, Alexander, the people who remember those times better. Do you remember why Soviet people ridiculed Gorbachev? Do you remember why he was ridiculed? Ridiculous? Do you remember the word ridiculous?
Высмеивать.
Высмеивать. Да, а to ridicule – это выставлять в нелепом виде. Do you remember why he was ridiculed by Soviet people? There was something that a lot of people like couldn't forgive him.
About
Yes,
his
yes.
wife.
Once again, about?
His wife.
Yes, yes, of course. What about his wife, Angelina?
Yes.
What?
He was very passionate to her.
Страстный?
Mm,
He had a passion. He had a passion, yeah. Нельзя сказать, что он был прям страстным. He was very attached to her.
Yes.
Yeah, he was very attached to her, to his wife. What else?
She was too European for Soviet people.
Elena, do you remember anything? Tatiana, do you remember? Alexander, do you remember anything about Raisa Gorbacheva?
Many people considered that he was how to say handpicked husband.
Подкаблучник, да?
Yes, yes.
Or you can say she was wrapping him around her little finger. Yeah, a lot of people considered him like that. And
They wore Chanel suits, and people hated her because he was so fashionable.
She was so
fashionable.
Yeah. Сейчас, секунду. Пишу вам handpacked. He was handpacked, то есть как бы заклеванный своей курицей, да? He was handpacked. So, yeah, she was wrapping him around her little finger. Ой, то есть она накручивала его на палец, как хотела, да? So, yeah, she wore very fashionable suits, very beautiful fur coats. Yeah, she was very different. Do you remember Brezhnev's wife?
No, I think it's one of changes that Mikhail Gorbachev yes, bring to the Soviet Union that time and brought to the Soviet Union that time, and all people who said about him these things, it's like a resistance for changes.
So basically, he was the first person in Soviet Union who introduced the concept of the first lady. First lady. Because, okay, we remember something about Krupskaya. Yeah, we know something about, what do we know? Stalin was alone.
Khrushchev's wife.
No. Sorry, she was...
Khrushchev's wife wearing this, I don't know how to say.
Бабушка, они называют эти платки, да, вот эти цветастые платки, бабушка. Yeah, this very famous photo, if you remember, I will even try to find it, Khrushchev's family and Kennedy's family. Do you remember this?
Yeah. Yes, I saw
it. Because it's like, it's you just say Khrushchev's женами, and it's like it's two worlds, two parallel realities that will never meet. It's like Jacqueline Kennedy, yeah, and Khrushchev's wife. Yes, so it's like, look, how is it possible that it's like the first faces? Porters and floaters. Do you remember porters and floaters? Помните? Нет, вот еще такая, тут они хоть как-то выглядят, видите, Хрущев с женой.
Do you know that she speaks English very good?
Spoke. Khrushchev's wife? Khrushchev's wife?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
I don't actually. And how can you tell this? So, but in reality, these were Flautas and Portas, right? Скажите мне, да, вы знаете, что такое Flautas и Portas?
No.
И до кучи.
President of USA.
И до кучи вам еще Scotus, да.
First lady of the USA and president.
President of the United States, First Lady of the United States, and Supreme Court of the United States. Верховный суд, да, Supreme Court of the United States. Это такое вот традиционное было, когда стенографисты писали речи еще давно, когда не было всех там телефонов, компьютеров, печатных машинок, когда они быстро-быстро от руки писали, то там, а на сцену выходит Потус, рядом с ним стоит Флотус. То есть так оно и сохранилось, да, потом они это все телеграммами отправляли в свои издательства, поэтому, чтобы сэкономить бумагу, время и так далее, цены. So, Flautas, of course, so she was the first real Flautas USSR, yeah, she was the real first lady, she looked well, and everybody knew that he was a hand-picked husband. Everybody knew, and by the way, a lot of people say that her portrait was hanging in his office until his last day, and he was often talking to her portrait. That a lot of people who worked with him say that when she was gone, when she perished, when she passed away, when she left for good, he lost half of his life, half of himself, basically. Yeah. So I can tell you that a lot of Soviet people couldn't believe that a woman, a woman could play an important part, that it's okay to be a hand-picked husband. It's okay to listen to your wife. It's okay. And I think he did more to change some ideas, not him, she and him together. They did more to change the concept of a couple in Soviet Union, married couple. They did more than all the books, the films, and psychology. Что мужику не взападло, то, что называется, да? That wife should not only be cooking and, I don't know, sitting with kids, but she can also look beautiful, and the husband can listen to her advice. It's a game changer for Soviet Union. It's a game changer. Вы помните, да, что такое it's a game changer, the situation that changed everything. And you see, it's normal in our culture, Ukrainian culture, Soviet culture, Russian culture, you know, it's normal to be a little bit tired of your wife, to be a little bit tired of your family, you know, like you're a victim. You are sort of a victim of your family, as if as if it is your wife who wants to get married more than you. It is your wife who needs children more than you. It is your wife who needs home and stability more than you. But it's very interesting, because the number of men, the number of women outcomes the number of men in ex-Soviet Union territory. Revolution, 2 wars, the First World War, the Second World War, concentration camps, lots of different things. All these basically made the population of men much smaller. And if you look at the Western country, who cries at the wedding when he sees his wife? A man does. Who is very happy? She said yes. Like my friends or children of my friends in England, they say, she said yes. this situation is a little bit even strange for Ukrainian and Russian mentality, post-Soviet mentality. Oh, I'm so happy she said yes. Of course she said yes. Like, of course, you know, you see Alexei smiling. So it's absolutely different. And even if you watch TikTok, for example, and there are many episodes with weddings in TikTok, when the groom sees his bride for the first time dressed beautifully, and they always cry. They can't believe their luck that this is his wife because of Inquisition, my dear friends. Because a lot of European ladies for many centuries were killed, burnt on the fire. Huh? Because we have disproportion of men and women in one gender, and they have different disproportion. There are more men in Britain, in Italy, in Germany, especially in Spain, of course, there are much more men. So she said, yes, I am lucky, I will have my woman. It's almost different, yeah, from our mentality. And Mikhail Gorbachev was the first person who was not only okay about it, he was demonstratively attentive to his wife, and he was not the victim. A lot of people, a lot of men, like drinking vodka in their kitchen, said, "Ha, этот подкаблучник, да, ха, она им помогает." I remember this very well. A lot of ladies hated Raisa. A lot of ladies, too open, too free, too strong. Yeah, so it was, I'm telling you, this was a game changer, and a lot of things for the emancipation of post-Soviet ladies was done by Gorbachev and his wife, of course. So you see, you will be victim only if you decide to be a victim. Even if other people think that you are a victim, no, you are happy. You are just happy to have such women near you, for example. So if we come back to our discussion of victims, if there is victim, there is always a, if there is a victim, there is always a persecutor
and rescuer.
Rescuer, да? Помните, Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers, да? Спасатели вперед. Так, а где эта прекрасная картинка, которую я вам, конечно же, нашла и приготовила? А, это я, наверное, на нее Хрущева поменяла. Сейчас. Нет? А была же картинка для вас. Ну ладно, в общем, вы правильно сказали. Yes, this is it. So, drama triangle, yeah, the Karpman drama triangle. By the way, his father was Russian, from Russian Empire, not from Soviet Union, but from the Russian Empire, yeah, the Karpman, Russian, maybe Jewish, I think. Judging by his name, but anyway, this guy made a revolution. Alexander, you hadn't visited previous lessons when we were talking about it. Do you know anything about the Karpman's triangle?
Yes, I've heard something, a little bit.
Yeah. Angelina, do you know anything about the Karpman's triangle?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay. Why unfortunately? It's very fortunately. I will now ask my students to tell you about this triangle. It's very fortunate. Okay, so Irina, please just tell Angelina why it is vital, crucial, and very important to know about the Karpman triangle or the drama triangle.
It's very important to know about this drama triangle because you can follow out from this triangle, because in our life you can be a rescuer, but in rescuer, but in a few minutes you can you will stay a victim, and
You will
after
become a
you
victim.
become the victim. Yeah, and when you are a victim, you are blaming others, you are complaining and winning and others, and after that you transform to the persecutor.
Persecutor.
Yeah.
Преследователь,
Yeah,
да?
and you feel very angry, very demanding, and it's like vicious circle.
Vicious circle. Very good. Vicious circle. Ksenia, can you add something, please? Stop looking out of beautiful Odessan window and tell us about the Karpman's triangle.
We can say that Karpman's triangle is a game that all people play, beginning from the childhood, from their parents, and it's you can come in just 1 second because of trigger which you meet every day.
Yeah, trigger. You meet triggers and you have reactions, right? Okay. Can anybody add anything, ladies? Alexei, Alexander, Tatiana. By the way, do you know anything about the Karpman's triangle?
No, unfortunately, but I don't know before.
I don't remember. I think we hadn't discussed it at our lessons at school, right?
No,
so
I don't remember.
In a nutshell, вот, да, в ореховой скорлупочке, то есть в выжимке, в сухом остатке, in a nutshell, what is it about, the Karpman drama triangle?
About manipulation.
No, yeah, it is the part of manipulation, of course, but it's also the part of...
Is it about typical behavior of participants during conflict situation?
Yeah, typical behavior of not only during conflict situations. You don't need even conflict situations, just situations of life. Yeah. And like I told you this story before, like, for example, if the mother is cooking dinner for the family and she has this idea that she would treat all the family to very healthy, balanced dinner, and she lays a beautiful table and she calls her husband who is watching TV and her son who is playing video games to join them at the table, and they have no reaction. For example, they are busy, or the son has his earphones or something, and she repeats it once again, saying like, darlings, I'm waiting for you. And if they don't come immediately, this is the time when she jumps into the Karpman or drama triangle. And immediately she fills one of these roles. Yeah, immediately, what does she feel? What does she feel?
Angry.
She feels angry, maybe a little bit frustrated, да, фрустрированная, то есть не получила то, чего себе задумала. Какая она такая вся молодец. By the way, she was doing it as a rescuer to her family. She was cooking this. They didn't ask her, but she was cooking for them healthy, beautiful dinner. And then when nobody's coming, of course, she's feeling very depressed. She starts blaming other people. And when she's a victim, then she changes a new role, right? She tries a new role, and now she's
Persecutor.
an aggressor, a persecutor, yeah? And she will come to her son and she will tear off his earphone and she will say, don't you hear what I'm telling you? You are sitting here all day. You never help me. And at this moment, the father will say, leave him alone. Let him be. And at this moment, the father will become the rescuer for the son, but for her, he will be the persecutor. So it's like and it will be like a fantastic family evening. да, то, что я вам сказала в прошлый раз, скоротали вечерок. Everybody's, and now the son can say, Mom, you always, you know, it can, there are very many variations. It's drama, I told you, it's drama. And the only thing, if mother stops this before it starts, the mother says, my dear family, are you here? Can you hear me? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If mother says, dear family, dinner is ready, it is healthy, it is very delicious. If you are not ready to eat, it's okay, but remember, it will be cold. I will not heat it up for you again. I will not serve it to you again. So you can come when you are ready. And she sits down and has her beautiful, healthy, delicious dinner without her family. And she is not feeling depressed. She doesn't say, poor me, I slaved for them and they blah, blah, blah. No, she just sits, eats, maybe watching something, reading a book, and just goes to her bedroom and does something like watching TV again or reading or talking to somebody, doing something. When she does this, there is no triangle. The moment she says, oh, poor me, yeah, the situation starts. So it depends on us. The drama triangle depends on us. I found a fantastic article about the drama triangle. What is it? Cause, да, причина, how to break from it. Как в него не попадать, да, как я вам в прошлый раз, позапрошлый раз говорила, что абсолютно все фильмы основываются на драме, на треугольнике Карпмана. И это не обязательно будет любовный треугольник, это будет любой треугольник, где будет кто-то, кто спасает, кто-то несчастный, потому что it's not interesting to look at healthy, happy families, because as Tolstoy said, all happy families are similarly happy. Yeah, all unhappy family are unhappy in their own unique way. And of course, it is more interesting to look at the life of unhappy families because there is always drama. And drama, we need drama. People need drama. Some people are ready to sacrifice their happiness for drama. Yeah, it's like, for example, like my grandmother, who never ever called me. She never called me. Like she was sitting near the telephone and waiting for the call. And while she was waiting for the call, she was coming through all the stages of drama triangle. She was a victim, of course. Yeah. And when she called me, or I called her, like not today, but 2 days later, for example, when I called her, she had already been victim, transformed into aggressor. And she would not be using like aggressive behavior. She would be passive aggressive. Could you tell me if you know anything about passive aggressive behavior? So there is passive behavior. There is aggressive behavior. And there is passive aggressive behavior, the most dangerous one.
Like, never call me.
Yeah, I can die here. Yeah. Pulling your triggers, your guilt, for example. Yeah, passive. We will read about it. I will make it like the next step, yeah, of our education. So if we talk about my grandma, a victim transformed into aggressor, and she gave me all the guilt that she could give me, да, все чувство вины, на которое я могла быть способна. Бабушка мне: вот так и умрешь, и никому ты не нужен, и найдут меня соседи через 3 дня по запаху. Ну вот это все, да, а ты просто не звонил там день, ну грубо говоря. So it's like you don't need other people to be inside the Karpman triangle. it can all happen in your head, basically, yeah. And of course, I prepared it 2 days ago, these things, but of course, I couldn't avoid the discussion of Mikhail Gorbachev, of course, and I will leave it for the next time. Now I want to watch a fantastic video with you, okay? And please tell me the roles of the participants of this video, okay? Just watch this video, it's very short. It's different one, where is it? Yeah, this is it. It's called The Boss, it's only 4 minutes long. Yeah, but I want you to sit and try to understand the roles: rescuer, aggressor, persecutor, yeah? Rescuer, persecutor, or a victim. Спасатель, преследователь или жертва. Who is who in this video, okay? Who is who in this video? Just a sec. I'm sorry.
Can I help you? I'm sorry, my train was late. What time are you supposed to be here?
I'm sorry, говорит он, что?
My train was late.
Вы видели, да, что он начал закрывать дверь? Who is who?
The victim in a white shirt and
is in a white shirt, yeah. Oh, obvious, isn't it? Obvious.
And persecutor.
Persecutor.
Can I help you? I'm sorry.
Can I help you?
Sorry, my train was late.
I'm sorry.
My train was late.
Can I help you? I'm sorry, my train was late. What time are you supposed to be here?
My train was late. А он ему говорит, what time?
You're supposed to be.
Can I help you? I'm sorry, my train was late. What time are you supposed to be here?
What time?
Is it supposed to be?
Are you supposed to be here? Как это понять? What time are you supposed to be here?
На какое время вам
Вы предполагали быть?
Вы должны здесь быть. Предполагается, что вы приходите.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9:01.
So it's 9:01.
My office now.
Говорите по-английски, я хочу, чтобы вы поняли.
My office now.
My office now. Ко мне в офис.
I'm really sorry about being late.
I'm really sorry about being late.
I'm late.
I'm really sorry about.
My office now. I'm really sorry about being late.
About
Being late.
Просто без my. I'm really sorry about being late. Being late. Без всяких my. I'm really sorry about being late.
Sir, this is the third time this year.
This is the third time this year.
Третий раз в году.
Да, третий раз. This is the third time this year. Это человек пришел в 9:01.
That you have not been here when you're supposed to.
Красивое выражение, ну-ка.
Third time this year that you have not been here when you're supposed to.
Блин.
You have not been here now when you
supposed to be.
What? This is the third time this year that you have not been here.
You're supposed to.
When you are supposed to be. Только to be это. То есть тебя третий раз в году тебя не было в то время, когда ты должен.
Когда ты должен был быть.
Only a minute.
Он говорит, it's only a minute.
I didn't get to drive a Bentley convertible by having a piss poor attitude.
piss poor attitude.
I didn't get to drive a Bentley convertible by having a piss poor attitude.
Хорошо, я вам по-русски скажу, а вы попробуйте услышать. Если бы у меня было такое наплевательское отношение, как у вас, я бы никогда не ездил на кабриолете Бентли.
I didn't get to drive a Bentley convertible.
I can drive a Bentley
Bentley convertible.
Really?
Convertible, это же,
Convertible.
да, convertible, Bentley convertible, они так называют кабриолеты. I didn't get to drive Bentley convertible.
Supposed to. It was only a minute. I didn't get to drive a Bentley convertible by having a piss poor attitude.
if I have first few attitude.
If I had peace with poor attitude, если бы я терпел плохое отношение к работе.
Which is what you have, a piss poor attitude.
Attitude.
And this is what you have. That.
Again, I'm very sorry about being late.
Read that for me.
Read that for me. Read that for me. Так учителя говорят, когда издеваются над учениками. Ну-ка, прочти-ка вот это вот.
The squeaky wheel gets the
Grease. Grease.
Попадает в грязь.
Нет,
grease. Скрипучее.
Скрипучее, правильно, скрипучее колесо получает...
смазку.
Смазку, совершенно верно. Скрипящее колесо смазывается. То есть получается, что мы всегда видим проблему. То есть мы всегда обращаем внимание... Я даже не знаю, как... Не знаю,
Кто
как...
просит, тому дают. Так это, наверное,
Наоборот,
получается,
наоборот. Слабые члены нашей команды всегда заметны. Мы всегда видим, значит, вот смотрите, значит, сейчас. Скрипящее колесо смазывается, американская пословица, используемая, чтобы передать идею о том, что наиболее заметные проблемы – это те, которые, скорее всего, привлекут внимание. Можно сказать еще the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Вот. Да, то есть именно, короче, всегда мы видим самое слабое звено, вот так вот.
The squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Do you know what that means?
Do you know what that means?
Yes, I do.
I don't think you do.
I don't think you do. Typical prosecutor, right? Typical prosecutor. And he enjoys his role of the aggressor, right?
No, I do. I know what it means.
What does it mean?
What does it mean? Yeah, I do. I know what does it mean?
It means the wheel that's squeaking.
What it means is that your job is hanging by a thread.
It means that
Если your job is hanging on the...
By the thread. Твоя работа висит на ниточке. У нас на волоске, у них на ниточке.
Is that your job is hanging by a thread.
Hanging by a thread.
Just please do not fire me.
Typical victim, right? Just please do fire.
At this time.
I'll finish with you in a minute.
I'll finish with you in a minute, он ему говорит.
What?
What?
I thought I told you I needed that report.
Winning lotto ticket remains unclaimed. There was the lottery ticket that got $240 million prize. But it is unclaimed. Nobody came and claimed it.
Они востребованные остались.
Не востребован.
Билет, короче, номерок лотерейный.
Лотерейный билет был не востребован.
Да, на 240 миллионов до сих пор никто не заявил свои права.
Yeah, give me a lottery ticket.
Give me a lottery ticket.
Speak when spoken to. Just answer my question. What day is it? What day is today? Yes, it's Wednesday. You know, Leonard turned in his report, and Leonard has muscular dystrophy. Have you ever seen that?
So what is happening now? What is
The role changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the roles change.
You will get that report to me today. Even if you have to bring it to my house at midnight, get it to me. Okay. Now, where were we? Oh, yeah.
Where were we? Он ему говорит, да, where were we? На чем же мы остановились?
We're discussing your future at this company. Okay, just give me one reason why I shouldn't fire you.
Give me one reason why I shouldn't fire you.
You have a piss
Дайте
poor
мне причину,
attitude.
почему я
You
вас не
can't get to
уволю.
work on time.
Oops, oops, who is the victim now?
I'm sorry, what?
Why did you do that?
Why did you do that?
I don't know. I just had a feeling and I went with it.
I had a feeling and I went with it.
У меня было чувство, что
Появилось такое желание, я ему
Да,
последовала.
появилось желание, и вы бы последовал, умница.
God, your wife is ugly.
God, your wife is ugly. Переведите, переведите.
Ваша жена
Твоё
уродливая.
Страшная.
I mean, your wife is really just. Whew. I don't know how you do it. Is Viagra? Is that what you use?
I don't know how to do it. Is that what you use? Да, как-то как Viagra?
You're fired.
I quit.
You are fired. I quit. Объясни.
Я ухожу.
Да,
Я ухожу.
да, ты уволен. Нет, это я ухожу.
Get out of this office. Okay. Get me security up here.
Get me security up here.
Right away.
Вызовите охрану прямо сейчас.
Служба безопасности.
I hate you, он ему говорит, да? I hate you. So you see, the aggressor turned victim, just like that. Just like that, because the victim turned into an aggressor, right? But we have 20 more seconds. Wait for it. He has to be at work at 9 o'clock. So who is the victim now?
He again.
Keys.
So I think you enjoyed this little video, and you see we change roles just like that. Just like that, we can change roles, and even the biggest aggressor can very quickly become a small victim. You see, but don't get into triangles. Next, we will dedicate next lessons to understand how to get out of the triangle, of course. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, because
Thank you very much.
to know
Thank
about it, it's good. But what's next? Okay. Thank you very much for this lesson.
Thank you much for
See you
the
on-
lesson.
see you on
very
the
much.
next Saturday.
Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
And
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.